Mr. Tucker, what when you remember those weeks, like those March breaks, what's the first word that comes to your mind? Like of all these memories, what's one word? Like what something that strikes you, like a smell or a picture or a person or
First break is maple syrup time.
yeah, of course in March, eh?
And he's got a sweet tooth, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh wow. So
I,
are you
I got a jug of maple syrup in my fridge.
not from back then, I hope.
No.
No.
But he'll bring it downstairs to the restaurant so that he has the real maple syrup with his pancakes.
When they have pancakes and
So I know
and I do what the way Quebec does. You go to Saint Bruno, and they have a meal for, and there's 200 people. Then
yes,
after they are finished, they have another 200.
yes, the
The
sugar
big-
shack.
The
Yeah.
biggest place in Ontario is about 90 people or something like that.
I have to say, I have tried one or two in Ontario. It's not the same.
No, they're
No.
not the same.
No,
I've tried one too, and
and they have maple syrup on everything, on the eggs, on the sausages, everything.
I know my grandma, that used to be her only dessert. There was
Yeah.
always, that's one of my childhood memories. You would go, she always had a little glass bowl filled with maple syrup. And that was on the table at every meal. And she would end up with bread in the maple syrup. And that was that. That was that. And they had two maple trees that they would entailler there in the spring. And that was also a souvenir for me.
Oh yeah, so dad wants to show off his dancing.
Okay.
So, yeah, so dad met mom, as we talked about. So my mom was French Canadian, and he met her in a dance hall. And the story is, so depends who you ask. When you ask mom, she says dad didn't speak French, and when you ask dad, he says mom didn't speak French. But both of them say that they did speak. Somehow they got together. Somehow they communicated and eventually got married. But what they loved the most was to dance.
No.
There we go. And that's just a couple of years ago in Cuba.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Very sharp.
Yeah.
Very.
That's his special move there.
His special move.
Yeah.
I learned that step in Cuba.
Yep. And he learned it, I think he was 85 when he learned it. Like, it wasn't that long ago.
So you could probably still do this, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He dances with the nurses here.
Maybe
And he dances with Melissa, actually.
maybe when you come to visit, we'll have to have a special dance event.
Oh, he would love that.
So is the plan is still to visit this summer, hopefully?
Yeah, I definitely like to. I'm thinking June is probably the best time, because in July, I actually I have a sailboat, so I plan to be in Gananoque, Thousand Islands. So yeah, I'm thinking June before we take the boat up when I head.
If possible, I'll check the calendar. COVID, as somehow now that it's over, people are so happy to go out. So
Yeah.
people are booking very, very quickly. So as soon as you have a few dates, let me know. And if the week is possible, as opposed to the weekend, it might be easier.
I think we can manage that. I'll take some time off, and yeah, we'll do it during the week.
And I think hopefully Jackie will still be with us.
Mhm.
And we have a couple living now in that little white cottage next to it. They take care of the maintenance and the reservations and all of that. So you would get to meet the whole crew, and hopefully Sydney and other board members in person. So June would be a lovely month for sure.
Yeah, and Jackie, how long are you staying? When's your?
My contract ends June 24th.
Okay, so we'll try and come before then. Great.
But we're working hard to find a way to keep her.
Okay.
That is one of the challenges at Tucker, though. We have a rotation of staff because everybody's on contract, so it's a bit of a challenge. But Christina, who was the first, as I said, executive director, she's very good, very knowledgeable. So we're trying to pull something off. to keep Jackie and Sophie, who's the other one. And we have the summer camps this summer. It's looking good already. We got over 30 kids registered. So that's July and August. We got the repairs going on. I think it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful summer, but there's a sense of hope somehow,
Yeah.
you know, with the COVID behind us and the funding coming in and the lovely stuff and nature. And so anyway, fingers crossed to a really good summer. And I really hope that you can come and
No, for sure. I'd really like to, and I know Dad would like to as well. So.
perfect.
Yeah.
We'll
Is
make it
Nora
happen.
waking up?
Pardon me?
Is Nora waking up?
Uh,
Saw her eyes open.
Well, that's our first Zoom meeting.
That's right. Yeah, probably.
It is, yeah, actually. No, well, just some. So actually, my husband's family is in Ottawa, so
Oh,
we've had a couple of Zoom calls with them as well.
okay.
Her
So-
first professional Zoom meeting.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, real meeting.
And so just again in the genealogy, Melissa, you are Linda's daughter.
Yeah.
Nora's your daughter. Linda is Mr. Tucker's sister.
No.
So
Third.
my dad has 3 kids.
Yes.
Myself, Serge, who is Melissa's dad,
Yes.
and Stephen, so we actually have another Stephen, Stephen Jr. So there's a night.
I can't keep it.
I know. A lot of Stephen. And you know what's really funny is my other niece, Melissa's sister is Amanda. She married a Stephen.
Oh my gosh.
No more Steve. Yeah. So when she met him, she said, "Can I call you Lucas?" which was his last name. And so we spent the first, 3-4 years calling him Lucas, and then we finally had to, when they actually got married, we couldn't call him Lucas, so we realized we had to start calling him Steve. She said, like, my uncle is Steve, my grandfather is Steve, can I just call you Lucas?
Makes it easier.
Funny, yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Can we answer any questions? We try to give you a little bit of a brush up of what's going on at Tucker House now, and you certainly helped talk about Tucker in the past.
At the time that we were going up there, there was somebody, it seemed that there was a group that was coming for New Year's every year.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
I don't know if they're still doing that.
At Tucker House?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got big eyes. She's awake, sorry. I don't get to see her much. Look at her.
She is very adorable.
Yeah. Got the big teeth.
No, the New Year's Eve, I must say, in my day, we haven't had rentals for New Year's much.
No.
So, no, that's probably a tradition gone, so to speak. But yeah, but we did.
Maybe it was school teachers that they're off for New Year's break.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember that. So.
We're
I
getting
don't know
more.
if you have the old guest books, because I remember we used to sign a guest book when we went there. So if you have one from, let's say, 1990.
Well, actually, I will check, because the one that's there right now, it's been there at least since I was there. So who knows how far back it goes. But
Yeah.
I will look.
So, yeah, if Melissa was 12, then it would have been 1995.
Okay, I will check. Who
She was
knows?
born in 93. Oh, no, sorry. What am I saying? 2000. No, sorry. What did I say? 2005.
2005. Okay, so that's the year
Yeah,
that
2005, 2006. Yeah.
that's the year we became the Tucker House Renewal Center. That's
Okay.
So that's the
Yeah,
year.
so I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because before that, you were still.
Oh, I forget what it was called, but it was really the Baptist Church.
Right.
It was still Tucker's.
But
Tucker something.
we could still rent it though, because Dad would have turned 70, so born in 30, 2001. So we would have rented it in 2001. So it must have still been, like, even if it wasn't Tucker Renewal Center, it must have been something that allowed us to rent it.
Yeah, it was that other group for sure. I think he must have used his name to get the rental.
Yes, yes, of course.
And
Yeah.
rightly so. It's a beautiful house, and it's a
Mhm.
beautiful story, and it's a beautiful family story. And I'm always proud. I got interested in Tucker House as a volunteer doing the guides, the tours.
Mhm.
And I just was passionate about it. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Yeah, inside and out, I would say.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is lovely. Sure.
Yeah. Mr. Tucker,
Yes.
any questions or comments?
I was quite a dancer. I was in the Legion. There was 9 weeks of kind of competitions, and I came first 8 times and second once. And the girl I was dancing with there, she learned just by refusing to dance with somebody that didn't know how to dance. If you didn't know how to dance, she wouldn't dance with you. And after a couple of years dancing with me, she wanted to go to the next level, and she went to it, dropped me, and went to a dance teacher.
I think dancing has taken a big part of, has been an important part of your life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, when I was growing up, they would go dancing every weekend, and some weekends they would leave on Friday.
Oh, we used to take off Friday off and Monday off and go to Montreal to dance. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So they would drive to Montreal on Friday, dance that night, dance the next afternoon. I think they started at like 4 and they would finish at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, the place opened at 4 and closed at 2.
They would stay the
Wow.
entire time, and then they dance again on Sunday.
We'd open a place and close the place.
No wonder you're in such good shape. You've been
Yeah.
dancing your whole life. And where, so you said we drove to Montreal. You did not live in Montreal then?
No, we lived in Mississauga. Yeah,
Oh.
so my dad got transferred from, he worked with Royal Insurance, and so he got transferred in 69,
The 67
67?
Expo.
Okay, 67.
Oh, it's
My mother bought me and Rose passports for the season, and the company moved me July 1st, right in the middle of Expo. I saw all the pavilions before I left, and then I went to see the Cuban pavilion.
I have the Expo 67 passport myself, you know.
Oh yeah, nice.
I must have gone, we used to live in Sherbrooke. We took the train to go to the Expo.
Mhm.
And then took the train back at night. So we did that quite a few times during the summer. But I do have that passport with the little picture and everything. And you put stamps. You went from pavilion to pavilion. You stamped the country that you had visited. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were driving from Mississauga to Montreal to dance?
Yeah.
There was,
I think there was one year we went up 6 times.
Yeah, they had better music.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
better news.
Montreal is the place to dance.
Montreal is a place to dance. Do you remember where you went in Montreal? I'm just curious.
In a place called the Rendezvous.
The rendezvous. Okay.
And but there's a place in there's Domremy and Laval, in Montreal, and there was one in Laval, and the disc jockeys in Montreal are they're an MC, master of ceremony, and here they put a music on a machine, take it off, they put another one on, take it off. They don't say a word.
Okay. So this made it more of an event, like an
Yeah.
outlet.
The MCs or the disc jockeys would really kind of get the crowd going. They would have games and things, I think.
Yeah. They had one time they had a swimming pool, and there was a girl sitting on a chair, and the 10 guys were, if they had the key that would open the lock, they got a prize.
Oh,
And the disc jockey drove around the hall in a one wheel bike.
Oh yeah, unicycle.
they had it looked like a band that was playing, but it was he was actually the singer, but he wasn't singing. There was
Oh, so he was lip syncing.
lip syncing,
Oh,
and he would be dancing with this tall girl. She was tall and weighed about 200 pounds. She's a really good dancer, and he'd jump up into her arms.
They had fun.
We had fun in Montreal.
wow. Well, there's something to say for dancing because
Mhm.
you are truly in wonderful shape, and it's wonderful
Yeah.
to hear you to all these beautiful memories.
We went to Rose and I. We went to Montreal one time, or not Montreal, to New York for a week, and we danced 7 nights and 4 afternoons.
Gosh.
Yeah. And when my dad would dance, he danced every single, like he didn't sit down. He would dance every single dance. My mom would, dance 2 or 3, and then she would sit, and then she'd dance 2 or 3 more.
She had tuberculosis and she had one lung removed, and so a fast swing or a samba she couldn't handle it. So I would dance with somebody else or a quick step.
But he was only allowed to dance 2 dances with somebody else, and then he had to go back with her.
I think that's fair if she
Yeah.
drove from Mississauga. But any of you dance, Sue, or the siblings?
Melissa's a good dancer. I think she's the only one that got it.
I was dancing at her wedding, and she was doing A1, as good as any of my partners.
Thank you.
I used to go to the Legion Hall, and when I was taking the early part of my lessons, I'd be at the back with the 200 people, and then when I got more advanced, I go up to the front where the good dancers were, and I had one person who did the Viennese waltz, one person who did the samba, one person. I had a woman that went down to Florida every year, and she went down to Florida for 5 months, and she danced every night, and she was in her 90s, and she danced a quick step better than any of the younger ones.
Wow.
So you were not a professional dancer, but this was a serious hobby. This is
Yeah.
wow.
And I went to nightclubs, and I used to go into contests, and I won 16 bottles of champagne.
And then you danced even better.
Yeah, it was always a bit of a joke, when I would go walking with my parents and there was a fair or something, if there was anybody playing music, they would stop and they would dance in the middle of the sidewalk, anywhere. It just didn't matter. It was,
Do you know
my
where
mom
you,
was like,
I was just gonna say, Mr. Tucker, where did you get that from? Was that something in your family, siblings, or?
My mother gave me 6 lessons when I was in high school.
Okay.
Oh, I was probably one of the few people that knew how to dance at the dance. And then Arthur Mary's gave me 5 free lessons around 10 years later, and they didn't know how good I and I went for 600 lessons altogether.
Wow.
Dad likes to count too.
I would take 4 hours of lessons, and I danced 30 or 40 hours that week. So I knew when at the end of those 40 hours, I knew those steps.
And did you seriously consider at one point to be a professional dancer because you were putting so much effort?
I was there was a dance school that I went there I was teaching there at night for a few years, and then he sold the thing to another guy, and this guy got a Arthur Murray franchise.
Yeah.
And Arthur Murray's in Montreal had collapsed, and there was nobody that knew how to dance silver medal and gold, and I had a gold medal, and so they hired me to dance with the other students who had that had already taken the gold medal, and this guy he messed me up. He was saying, "Oh, I'm having trouble financially. Could you wait a little while?" And so 6 weeks later, says, "If you wanted to get your money to sue me, I'll open up under another name." What I didn't think was, if I got in touch with Arthur Murray's, he could have lost his franchise.
Yes, I mean,
If I only had to go back to my youth and with what I know today.
Yeah.
that's everybody, I think.
Yeah.
But then look at what you got out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Yep.
Well,
During COVID, I have 20 pieces on my iPad, and so my exercise was dancing.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Even by himself, he'll just put the music on and, do some steps and stay active.
Well, when you have a hobby or something, a passion for something, that's what it does, right?
Mhm.
It fills that part of your life. And with COVID, it was, we did a little project, Tucker House, at the beginning of COVID. Actually, we got a grant to help seniors, exactly that, just not to feel too isolated. So in that case, we teamed up with the retirement home and we bought 15 tablets. And we personalized them for each senior with family members so that they would just have to press a button and be able to talk or see family, grandchildren, and that. So,
Lovely.
everybody finds a way to, and your dancing did that for you. That's beautiful. Now it's really making me reassess your visit. We have to have different activities.
Right.
No tea for this man.
No.
We want action.
Yeah. One of the COVID activities that I was doing was I ran a bingo game on Zoom with my dad and my mom and the rest of the family. And we did it every day at lunch for maybe 45 minutes. We played 3 bingo games. And yeah, it was a way to just kind of see everybody and stay in touch. And that was nice. We did it for a year and a half, I think, every day. So I got very good at calling bingo. Yeah.
I got $120 credit.
That's right. He's got $120 credit. We're never paying him, but
I'll never see the money. I'll never see the money.
yeah. I was in debt by about $80.
Yeah. But I went with my cards and I played with my cards that I was playing with Sue in the bingo that they play in the residence here. And I won today. I won twice last Monday. I won last week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I got my lucky cards. I don't use the cards that they have. I use my lucky card. I was playing with Sue.
I just remembered. I just looked over and there's a picture of Dad and his sister.
Oh,
my goodness.
Yeah.
so there were only 2 of you.
Yep. Just 2 of them.
Oh, and
My
is this?
parents married when they were 36, so they were
Oh, really?
kind of late for having
Oh.
children.
And then I got Willard Tucker and so my dad's mom and dad.
Oh, wow.
And that,
Willard
okay.
and
That's not Willard. That's Willard Bruno.
Yeah.
Like Willard Bruno, yeah.
yeah, Willard Bruno. So it's my dad's dad.
I can see the resemblance. So,
Yeah.
so this Willard, of course, is the son of Willard who would have started the general
Yeah.
store. And the,
Exactly.
And the other Willard
there's another one. Oh,
should have been Stephen, but it was Stephen Luther.
it's even the name.
He stole my name.
So there was another Willard. Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
2 Willards.
It was Robert, Ephraim, Stephen, Willard, and then me, Stephen, and my son Stephen.
The amount of Stevens.
And my family all has daughters.
No more Stevens.
Oh no, and the Tucker name dies.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
Unless they marry a Tucker.
I think the Tucker name will live on for a long, long time. I think.
Oh, that Tucker House.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you, there's only one Stephen Tucker from now on. It's gonna be you. Well, I will let you go. It's, oh wow, we've been talking for 2 hours, pretty well.
Wow.
So we will look so forward to seeing you and meeting Jackie and Cindy and anybody from the family who wants to come and all the staff. As I said, Sue, whenever you have a few date options, let me know and we'll book it very, very quickly.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time. This will be
Ooh,
fun.
yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, the whole
Great.
family. And we can't wait to have you in Rocklands, in Tucker House.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Great.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Give your other people a surprise. We see in a real Stephen.
Yes.
Real Stephen Tucker.
For sure. For sure. When you come, we'll have to explain all the Stevens. We'll have to get through that.
That's great. All right.
Sleep-
Take care. Have a
sleep
good
well.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.